All right, everyone, welcome back. We've got yet another Gates of Hell tournament match today. Today's match is a little different from the recent tournament videos you've been seeing, especially as this video pertains to a match that I actually got to play instead of two other competitors. This was a private tournament game played on a closed server rather than the main Discord, like the other matches you've been seeing. You should hopefully see matches from both of these ongoing tournaments, albeit this secondary tournament will probably only go on as long as I do, and it is pretty steep competition, so may only be a couple games. But it is best of three, so we will see a couple more at least from this round. But in this one, I'll be walking you through the post-game commentary, breaking down the decisions, mistakes, and moments that really swung the match. So let's jump on in. So we are playing on the Holzbach map, which is one of my favorites from the Liberation DLC. Hated it, quickly becoming a good one. I am playing against Meow7 there. As you can see, he has bested me quite a few times, especially in one of the most recent tournaments I did. So we are going to be going all out here. We are playing as the British all-around doctrine. Um, and Meow went as Finland. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know what doctrine he is. I'm not very familiar with the Finnish doctrines other than like the all around and um, d offensive doctrine. He may have gone defensive. I'll have to look into that, see if I can get a little more clarity. But um, we will see what happens. So right off the bat, we are rushing two squads right into the middle, which is kind of the British doctrine. Any of the British doctrine's main powers right from the get-go is just the amount of infantry you can get out for cheap too. So I'm mainly going to focus on the right side. I want to kind of push as many guys and secure these buildings as I can, just with how easy it is for kind of enemy squads to just run right up through that little intersection to the right there, like Meow is doing currently. And then I'm going to have a couple guys on the left. But we do meet him. He meets us. Quick engagements, quick grenade throws between both sides. We are both losing guys kind of left and right here. And he does have a squad at the end of the street as well. So he's got a pretty decent position right from the get-go. But we've already got a third squad out, minute and 45 in. So we should have at least kind of numbers, although the Finnish squads are decently cheap as well. But he's getting into the point. He's trying to take down some of his cap weight. We're going to try to get some grenades over. And he's also got a guy sneaking kind of through into our side of the ravine as well, which I don't like. Once you get in there, it's very hard to root guys out, just with how the terrain is. We do get a pretty nice grenade there, though. 2 kills, clear the point. And we are up 2-1 as well. So we do have cap weight, which is British specialty. Good and bad. And I'm going to try to spread out some of these guys on the right as well, just to get better line of sight, prevent him from sneaking up. But we take out his one kind of mid flanking guy, I guess we'll say. And we're going to get the 4th squad out immediately. And things have kind of died down in the middle here. Looks like we've done a pretty decent job at clearing them out. So we'll build a couple foxholes and get some of these guys into these buildings to look down the street. And his flanker takes out kind of our quick response, or our early alert guy on the right, at least. So I know someone's over there. But we rush the Piat in with a couple guys, and I want to utilize this guy as best of my advantage. And we do, taking out 2 guys immediately. The Piat is so much fun to use. It is very busted, but it is just fun. Doesn't even have to be used against vehicles. It's just so satisfying to take out infantry with it. And we're going to try it again here. And we do get another one. Oh, so satisfying. I believe the British actually use them as pocket mortars, so I mean it kind of makes sense to be able to use them kind of like that and have pretty devastating effects against infantry. We do lose the guy there, though. A little careless. But we've got more infantry. We're going to start digging in some foxholes. I want to give myself as much kind of cover as I can, although some of these are pretty hard to place on the road, unfortunately. But if we can just kind of dig in around the point and around this kind of entrance here, will at least force Meow to kind of fight his way into kind of our side of the point. And we've got a pretty okay-ish hold on his side. Only a couple guys, but if we can get him into these buildings, it'll kind of be good. But we say that, and this one guy takes out 2 of our guys. I don't know why. Sometimes they just kind of stand there and not, you know, they don't shoot. They don't swing the rifle butts in close combat. Very frustrating. I feel like that guy should have died. But we have made it to the 5-minute mark. We've got a 400-point lead. And with the all-around, we've got the option of the Crusader AA or the Staghound CS. And the Staghound is what we go for. I felt it was a much better pick on this map over the Staghound AA. I would have gone for it. You know, throws a bruh. I think it was probably his grenade. We'll ask. Looked like it did probably hit below. And about a Bedford Collins squad, which I don't like. And then that was probably a misclick. Smaller squads. And I hate that they come in a truck. The truck is so slow as well. But Meow is making kind of quick work of our, or at least of the buildings on his side, which is good and bad for us. If we can kind of get those taken care of, he's going to do the work for us and kind of take out those buildings and his cover. So we should keep kind of pushing guys in there as best as we can. But I'm going to get this squad out of the truck. There's no point in driving the truck up. They can kind of run almost as quick as is. And we've got the Staghound kind of positioned towards the end of the street, kind of on our side, to kind of provide close support, HE, as much as possible. And we're going to use this truck squad to kind of come up on the flank if we can. But Meow is a very good player, especially with his micro. So it's a very intensive kind of grenade battle here. And he's got guys spread out on his side as well. So as much as I want to push, there's really no clear path for me. I might be able to try on that far left, as nothing's really come there yet. But there's no real point as of now, especially considering he can get our side. But hey, we'll just, you know, throw a impact grenade and kill ourselves right there. Was stressing out so much playing Meow. I didn't really care if I lost in this tournament. I just wanted it to be a better game than kind of the last couple I played against him. And so far it's not disappointing, although I know a lot of decent players will say the British are kind of a quote-unquote paid-to-win faction, especially the doctrine I'm going now with the Staghound CS. It's just very overpowered and lob HE over multiple buildings, which I think we've seen kind of so far in this match. Although I'm probably not using it as effectively as I could be at least. But I tried to Piat the entrance to that building because I know he's got guys in there. It does not take out the building, which is unfortunate, like a bazooka or a Shrek would. But we're going to get this other squad kind of over on the side, and I know there's a guy right there from what I saw, so we're going to deal with him. 2 grenades and a Piat, which he's absolutely dead. 3rd grenade comes in as well. Take out the body. Yeah, Meow's doing another attempt here. Thought I had a grenade. It's just a I think it's a Hawkins mine. So at least there's an 18 mine there. And we will use the Piat once more. When in doubt, Piat out. Piat abuser. Yeah, he's not wrong. We'll hit him with an affirmative. We are absolutely abusing the Piat right now. But all we really have to do at this point is just keep spamming these kind of just alternate spamming tier 3, tier 1 squads just to keep the manpower up. And then just kind of let the Staghound go to work. He's going to have a pretty tough time getting us out of these buildings. Although the Finnish AT weapons are decent enough at doing so. But as long as they don't lose the Staghound, I've pretty much got the support as of now. I mean, I haven't even seen a DP call in from him. No idea what doctrine he's gone. Still can't tell by the infantry he's called out, which I guess is just my lack of knowledge in the Finnish doctrines. Because I know what irregular looks like. I know what all around looks like. Know what offensive looks like. Maybe this is defensive, or maybe it's one of the prior, and I'm just not as familiar. Since they didn't go with like a standard DP call-in, but who knows. But we're doing all right. He's got guys spread on his side. He is capping at this point though, but we get 2 of these parachute guys in and we will flip it. We're gonna try to get some of these grenades over, but we are in a terrible spot. Gammon bomb blows up the wall. The guy didn't die, but we'll take out one of his. With this guy that just attempted, we throw another Hawkins grenade because I am blind and can't see what I'm throwing. He says boom. No idea what that was. He seems to also be kind of upset about whatever happened. He's got a squad here. Let's try to get a nade going. We miss with the impact grenade. Instantly die. That's three or four pretty terrible attempts at throwing grenades that we've had in a row here. And he's neutralized middle. So we are going to halt, at least for now, but we should be able to flip cap very easily, considering we have pretty much a full squad just hanging out here that we can get in these buildings. But we're not doing bad. It's pretty good, 625, 626 so far. About 12 minutes in, 11 and a half minutes in. And we'll retake mid too, so we will keep boosting it up. But I don't know if a DP call-in would have helped for me out, depending on what he actually won at this point. He certainly needs to root out my infantry, and the fact that the Staghound is just kind of plopped at the end of the street just does nothing for him, unfortunately. Maybe an attempt on my point through the east side could have been okay. Get out of the building right before the AT, I think that's an AT grenade, goes off, and we do scatter. He gets his boom there, and he's got a mortar as well, that I just heard. So that's probably his DP con would be my guess. But yeah, I think maybe a push on the east would have been okay. Only got a guy or two there. The Staghound is there though, so I could in theory quickly react. But that might have forced me to maybe move a squad that way. He has pushed through the west though and kind of taken the ravine leading up to kind of the northwest side of the midpoint, which is pretty tricky. So I will have to deal with that. I don't want to not have a way to get over there quickly. And looks like his mortar just did some crazy work. And half that squad that we were just utilizing is wiped out. I don't really see that as I'm too busy microing these guys in. So I'm more worried about him coming up here. But we do lose half that squad, 3/4 of that squad. This mortar's absolutely ranged in. We're gonna get some ammo going for the Staghound. And we'll keep reinforcing the middle as well. As I'm sure you guys saw in the last PvP video I had with Beast, the mortars on this map are phenomenal. Definitely gave me PTSD when I heard the mortar going off yet again. Although this one doesn't seem to be as bad at the very least as those American mortars. Although Beast did have 4 going at once, I believe. But we are not on the same level of the Somme as we were on the last game on this map. But Meow has successfully flipped mid, although our guys are pretty spread out, decently enough to kind of kill his guys coming over, and we can just kind of sneak the Staghound in here periodically. It looks like based on the kill feed, he killed his own mortar's crew, I'm guessing. So that's helpful for us. A minute of reprieve maybe. But I'm going to get a couple singles out to this side. The last thing I want is like a Panzerschreck or an AT guy kind of sneaking into my point. Or not my point, but you know, my home territory here. Spawn, I guess is the correct word. But he has pretty much pushed us out of the middle for the most part. We've got a couple guys hanging out. We do have a reinforcing squad, 2 reinforcing squads coming in at the same time. So it's going to be 20 extra guys coming up to however many he's got. Although he does have a couple spread in between the terrain. And we kill ourselves again. Seems to be a very big theme on this map. This game especially for us right now. It's got to be 4. I do see a guy sneaking up on the left, so it's a good thing we far west of the map, mini-map. So it's a good thing we got I got a guy out there, because he was sneaking, and we did manage to kill him. Our 2 squads pulling in at the same time is working out decently. We could micro him a little better. We lost probably more than we should have there. We're gonna take up positions behind, thankfully, the windows of this building, and get pretty decent line of sight. And we're going to retake here very effectively. So his push worked to a degree. He's got a Shrek guy coming up. I got to get someone over there. I missed with the Staghound. He misses. Laughs about it. But we miss again. I'm trying desperately to out micro. And I don't know how this guy misses. Initially, the rifleman kills it. Doesn't full kill it at least, so we can repair it. This going down isn't detrimental. Truly, I don't even think... I mean, it was doing work, but it wasn't doing that much work. And we have an RD signaler with a 25-pounder call-in. So we do have something that can kind of push his guys off the point in the meantime. Because he'll likely react and pull his guys off. Which should just kind of buy us time, or at least keep the cap weight in our favor. So he shouldn't be able to push like an officer or anything on that side of the point. Maybe we'll get lucky and take out these buildings too, but we'll see. Especially as he does have guys on our side. And what appears to be a howitzer as well. Looks like a DP column. So he must be going defensive based on this. Mortar and artillery piece. Interesting. It's interesting columns. We're going to try to use the Piat to our advantage here. We do miss a couple times. Piat Bender. Yes. We are the Piat Bender. Although we are missing horribly. I think we missed all 4. And a slight cut there due to minor middle lag. But nothing really missed. Just move the squad up slightly. So we're going to take these paras. We're going to try to get them into his side. I want to keep up the pressure here. I don't really want to let him establish himself. Especially with the artillery coming down right now from the artillery signaler. Although the barrage seems to be fairly weak. Considering it's not taking out the buildings compared to like the German column or even the American columns. I know this doctrine does have another DP call-in for an artillery signaler, so maybe that one will have a better kind of damage. But it's doing its intended purpose, just keeping them off the point. Hey, gotta be 5th guy we kill ourselves with. So far theme, definitely terrible with grenades for the most part here. Should just stop. Should just continue to use the Piat instead. Although we have missed with those as well. So we're going to smoke kind of our side of the point. I want to just get these guys set up in better defensive positions just to kind of give myself more leeway on the side and try to catch him as he comes up. Because he's got a crest and then come right on in. And we'll use the Gammon Bomb here. Try to get him. We don't, but we do at least force him to back off. And we do have the Staghound up as well. So we'll get a couple of these tank crew that I called in back in as well. Send the other two up to kind of give us early warning on any sneak Panzer Shreks coming. And we're going to push that new squad over onto his side. I think we're going to try a little sneaky move. See if we might be able to do something. Even if it diverts guys from the middle because he's got to react to us, I'll take that. But the Mass Exodus from his side of the point due to the signaler is working. We're keeping the 2 cap. He's got to run his guys out of there to not have them all get wiped to the 25-pounder barrage. And the Staghound is officially up, so we can start kind of lobbing shells in again as well. And I want to deal with this wall, so I can kind of make quick work of that and get more points of access in line of sight. Yes, it is back. Staghound is up, it's alive, and it is shooting over the walls. Vive le Stag! It is very overpowered. I can see why most players don't like this doctrine. They may need to limit it or bump it up to tier 2. It does seem a little overpowered for tier 1. Especially just considering nothing can really impact it. They can hide behind terrain and just lob shells over things. He's got a couple guys spread out still on our side of the ravine, but we should be able to make quick work of them. And our veteran flank squad has made it all the way pretty much to his side. Although we are sacrificing the middle here, so I really need this to kind of pay off. Because I have pretty much given up entirely on the middle at this point. I've got guys spread out kind of in the ravine, but he is going to decap us. And we can certainly retake, but we've pretty much got a clear path in. I am going to spread out the Piat because I want to try to get to his artillery. We'll get the majority of the squad into the point in the buildings, make it a little harder to kill. And we see the ammo truck and what must be the mortar, so immediately diverting the Piat to go and deal with that, because I know that mortar is very, very annoying to deal with. Axe. Yes. 1 Piat, 1 mortar down. So mortar's done. Teleport squad. No teleport, just long way around. We've got a reinforcement squad into the middle so we can recontest. Not really worrying about it right now considering we've got full cap weight even with one of his guys in here. He's got reinforcements coming in. We're going to use a Piat, get 2, almost 3 of them. Man, that's so much fun. So that'll put some immediate pressure onto that reinforcement squad that he had. We'll bring in these guys into the middle. Sitting at 945. Pretty much wipe out the squad reinforcing, and he does call GG. He's probably leaning towards it at this point, even if he had been able to take his home point back. But I mean, we've got middle. It's so close. The Brits are definitely very tough to beat. Piat Bender. Yes. Piat Bender. We're going to Piat Bend into his artillery. And we'll make an Avatar the Last Airbender reference. Considering he is the last of his kind for this match. So this should pretty much take us to the end here. Appreciate you guys watching. we'll go on to game 2 of the series probably next, and we'll see what's up since we will be flipping sides. But thank you for watching, and look forward to the next one.